Thank you for calling Private Insignificant's office, where there is no case too large, no evidence too small. You're speaking to Private Insignificant. How may I help you? Can you please hold one moment? Mom! Dad! Can you please fix the boiler later? I'm on the phone with one of my most important clients.
Make sure you get paid up front this time. You owe us rent.
Useful information if I actually planned on paying rent. Sorry about that. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Ma'am, how can I help you?
Are you private insignificant?
Yes, I am.
I'm Kendra Devereaux. I'm in desperate need of your help. My husband's been kidnapped.
Oh, please have a seat. Now, why do you believe your husband has been kidnapped?
Because when I woke up this morning, his side of the bed had not been slept in. So I looked out the bedroom window, and there was his car, in the usual spot in the driveway, but no one was inside.
Did you try contacting his place of employment, the police, or perhaps a friend?
Yes, and yes. But no one has heard from him.
Are you wealthy?
We aren't starving. There are others in our town far wealthier than we are.
Okay, I'll take your case. But be forewarned, in the private investigative business, I'm considered a bit of an undesired probe.
What does that mean?
I'm old news, antiquated, finito. In other words, nobody wants me.
Well then, perhaps I should leave. I can't risk my husband's well-being on someone who is not on top of his game. Second thought, I've been to every private investigator in this town, and you're the only one who's been willing to take my case. So, I'll stay.
Glad to hear it. Imagine, I bungle a couple hundred murder investigations and everybody starts to think I'm losing my investigative touch. I mean, whatever happened giving a guy a second, third, fourth, fifth? You get the point.
Yes. Well, back to my husband.
Okay. So let me get the facts straight. You woke up this morning and your husband was nowhere to be found. Go on.
Well, after I couldn't find him inside, I went outside. I started screaming his name. I would have knocked on every door in the neighborhood if I could have, but I cut my foot on some glass in the driveway.
Glass. Did you happen to notice if there are any windows in your home or cars that was broken?
Oh, no, nothing was out of the ordinary. Besides, the glass was brown, not clear. I'm sure the milkman probably dropped it on his last delivery.
Anything else?
Yes. I was going inside to take care of my foot, and I thought maybe my husband is in the cellar. So I went to the side of the house to check.
Find anything?
No. Nothing except his hammer still on the ground. But the cellar door was closed and the padlock secure.
Hammer on the ground.
Yes. No, it's not what you think. He was using it to repair our old shutters they're in the front of the house, and somehow he ended up splintering the wood, and it's such an eyesore. But that just pales and compares to my husband's well-being.
What did the police say?
They told me I had to wait 48 hours before filing a missing persons report, but I can't wait that long. Something's wrong, I just know it.
This is a real humdinger. You know, whenever I'm stuck on a case like this, I think back to my first case. I'll spare you all the gory details, but the gist of the story is that an old farm wife killed her husband by choking the devil out of him for wringing the neck of her only friend, a canary. These local gumshoes couldn't find a motive. An affair, money? No, neither. I cracked the case by examining the oft overlooked insignificant details.
You're a heel.
Why?
That wasn't the story of your first case. That was Susan Glaspell's Trifles, and you just changed the story so you could be the conquering hero.
How do you know that?
I read the play in school.
Even if that wasn't exactly an accurate account of my first case, the overall principle of the story still is very much applicable to your case.
How so? You don't think that I killed my husband?
No. I just want you to understand the importance of examining the trifles when investigating any situation.
Okay. So what trifles have you been able to deduce from my situation?
Not so fast. I have another question. Have you and your husband ever had a fight?
No. Well, except for last night. It was our first one.
What was it about?
Honestly, I'm still a little bit upset about the shutters. And he called saying he was going to be working late. And I told him he must come home, but we went back and forth and back and forth.
So you haven't seen your husband since he left for work yesterday morning?
No. I mean, I hung up on him and I went to bed, but he must be there. His car is in the driveway.
About that, you said you looked down from your bedroom window and didn't see your husband in his car. Tell me, from that vantage point, from that window, can you see the front and back seat of his car?
Well, no.
Your husband's in the back seat.
What?
Odds are, after you hung up with him, he feels pretty bad about arguing with you. Decides to head home early to surprise you. Halfway there, his defiant side gets the best of him, and he deviates towards an ice cream parlor. After more soda pop than he can count, and a couple more for the road, he gets in his car and he heads home. As he sits in the front seat, chugging more pop, he tries to figure out a way inside the house without alerting you to his presence. That's when he shuffles along the driveway, dropping a bottle or two along the way, scrounging for the hammer he left while working on the shutters. Finding it, he heads over to the cellar, pounds on the lock, before realizing it won't budge. He throws down the hammer and shuffles back to his car, where he passes out in the back seat as his sugar high comes tumbling to the ground.
How do you know all this?
1, I'm into the insignificant details. 2, I know how the male mind works. 3, sometimes one can't get the whole picture because they're looking from the wrong vantage point. 4, I've never seen a brown bottle of milk. 5, there's no way for that hammer to have moved from the front of the house to the side of the house unless someone moved it.
Thank you. Thank you. You may not be a conquering hero, but you're a pretty good investigator.
All in a day's work. Perhaps I haven't lost my touch after all.